I'm going to apologise now because I'm absolutely fangirling out with Mr. Quentin Tarantino, everyone! Yeah!
Thanks for coming out, everybody!
Thanks for making this film. Are you serious? So good. So good.
I hear it's pretty good. All right.
Yeah. You've got to be happy with it. I mean, what's the biggest reward for you about now this film is hitting cinemas, people are getting the chance to see it?
God, that's a really good question. You know, I've had this movie in my head for about 6 years. So there's certain shots, like for instance, like the final shot in the movie, I've had in my head for 6 years. Wow. So to actually get it out of my head, get it on celluloid, and then have people respond to it the way they did, the way they do, is pretty incredible. It's a fun experience to be me at this moment.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty happy standing next to you, to be honest. The music is a brilliant and big thing, and it always has been in your films. Whilst you arrived and we were dancing away to the soundtrack, the music in this film is extraordinary, as are so many other elements, including the casting. And when you have these two actors that are kind of almost a bit like old school Hollywood with Leo and Brad, you want that chemistry to work, but you don't. Do you know before you start rolling the camera if it is? Because it's pretty special to watch.
Well, you know, I mean, that's interesting what you're saying, actually. I've never had, I think sometimes, maybe when it's a girl and a guy and it's got to be a romantic movie, they'll have a chemistry kind of thing. I've never done anything like that because I just figure if somebody's a really terrific actor,
they can pretend.
They're going to be terrific, and it's all going to work out. I mean, I don't remember like bending over backwards to put Margaret Qualley in the scene with Brad before I cast her. I just kind of figured it was all going to work out, and that was the case with all our examples right now. They were just terrific.
But this is a relationship that we watch on screen that we want to see more of. You know,
oh, I agree. I want to see more of it.
And for you, in terms of this particular period and this story, why did you want to tell this story? Because I know it's a personal thing for you. You grew up in Hollywood, and this was part of your world. But why did you want to tell this story?
Well, it's interesting. It was just I did like the idea of dealing with the town back in 1969, and I do have a memory of what it was like then. I mean, it's more of a memory piece than journalistic reporting. But I did have that. And then also, I did like the idea of making a movie about Hollywood, and then about a time in Hollywood that it's now been enough time that there's not that many people who remember it that much anymore. I mean, if I did this movie 10 years earlier, most of the critics would have even be from that time period.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of not the case now. And so that actually makes it a really, really interesting thing. But I did always have in my mind about at some point I would do a movie about Hollywood, a movie about making movies.
And was it easy to write?
Well, yeah, it kind of was.